Alright boys, so hopefully today we got kind of a, shorter video, kind of more chill, just kind of, I got some stuff I want to go over with y'all. Your boy loves to yap, but hopefully everybody's having a great day, despite it being kind of a gloomy day today in the Chicago area. But I also want to thank you guys, of course, for all the support, which is going to be pretty much the main basis of today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for the support you've been showing me. But if you guys are enjoying these videos, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff down below. You guys know the drill. I appreciate you guys, taking the time out of your day to come watch my videos and whatnot. I couldn't be even more grateful than I am already. But yeah, boys, got a chill day today. I mean, it's kind of gloomy out. We changed out the visor to the clear one, changed out the ND filter to a slightly less filtered one. Looking kind of crazy out, but it's beautiful weather. Looks like it's gonna rain later on according to the weather, but it needs to chill out on the rain because number one, we gotta chill out on the tornadoes. I think we kind of proved the point that, oh, look at us, we can make all the tornadoes in the world. Yeah, that's not a good thing, man. But also, if it keeps raining, I'm gonna have to cut my grass like every 3 days, bro. If you guys like maintain your own lawns, right, or you guys don't really like do that kind of stuff, right, if and when you get a house or start maintaining some sort of lawn, right, as soon as it rains, oh my god, it just doubles in size. I cut my grass not even a week ago and it's already like overgrown looking, which is so bad. So I gotta cut the grass again, which is super unfortunate. It's August now, back to school season. Hopefully it doesn't get all sticky and disgusting like it usually gets around this time of year. We could just get some decent weather. I'm super looking forward to hoodie season. Hoodie season is gonna be awesome. I love the transitionary months or seasons, I should say, like just before it becomes super hot or super cold, those in between, basically hoodie weather, that kind of stuff. All those are my personal favorite, probably because I was born in spring. Riding in the street, boys. It's actually not too much traffic. But anyways, boys, the main topic of today's video, right? I think we're doing some good stuff out here in the channel, boys. I'm really liking how these videos came out, especially the last one. That last video came out amazing. It came out so good. The quality jump with the ND filters and whatnot was like literally the best decision ever. I don't know why I didn't make that decision sooner to buy them. Man, I am not looking back. So we'll see how this video comes out with a slightly less filtered on top of, a gloomy day and whatnot, but hopefully it comes out good. But hold that thought, boys, because we're gonna go and get some snackies. Monster. Oh yeah, boys. Oh yeah. Yeah, here and there. I appreciate it, boss. Thank you. Take care. No way, chat. That guy just asked me if I did YouTube. Does that make me famous? How ironic, because that's literally the topic of today's video. Top 3 greatest fears, recording a video without actually having it record. And we're gone, boys. So I'm really happy with that last video, how that one came out. I think it looked super cool. I'm surprised my battery even lasted all the way out there. Man, I don't know. It seems kind of inconsistent. I don't know, kind of hit or miss, whether you make it or you don't make it. If it was a direct trip to there with that amount of battery life, bro, I would have made it super easy. I would have done laps around there and still had plenty of battery to make it back. I still had a decent amount of battery left to make it home and whatnot. I wasn't struggling like during my review. I mean, if I could make it with that much battery life, I don't know, man. Also, with finding my editing style, finding, kind of that whole thing, I don't know, kind of just finding my style in the way I make content, right? It's been a blast. I'm actually pretty proud of how they're coming out. Usually I struggled a lot with, I guess, insecurity behind the camera or, recording stuff. Obviously, one of people's like more common things is like, oh, I hate how my voice sounds when I record it. I used to be like that like a lot. It used to be pretty bad, but I've realized that I don't really think about it that often anymore. I don't criticize how I talk or how I sound or whatever. I don't do that anymore. And it's not like I changed or anything. I definitely do think it just comes with being more comfortable. But yeah, I'm just overall really glad with how these videos come out. I think they're entertaining. Usually it's, I want to make content that I would watch. Even yesterday's video, to me, it really did not feel like I recorded for as long as I did. I thought I recorded for far less, and it turned out to be pretty much right around the usual hour and a half that I go record for, which is crazy. And by the time I was done chopping it up and, adding all the things that I wanted to add and whatnot, I was so like completely shocked that the video was almost 22 minutes long. And I'm usually pretty hesitant with making videos that long because it's like, I mean, that's a pretty sizable video, man. Like that's a pretty good commitment for people watching. But I sat down and watched it once it was fully cut up, chopped up, and edited. Like I watched it, and bro, that video flew by, which is really good. That's what I want my videos to kind of feel like, to just kind of flow. More so just, you know, me talking behind a camera as if I'm just talking to you personally. That's why I love this style of content, because it's just, you know, it's like you're in my helmet with me, you know, like talking to me in my Cardo, except there's nobody and I'm just schizophrenic. Like, I love that style of content. See if there's any civilians on the top of the hill. It just feels fairly personal, kind of like when vlogging was blowing up way back in the day, early days of YouTube, that kind of vibe. Very tasty, very tasty. I need to conceal carry a straw with me at all times. I'm just overall very glad with the direction the channel's heading. I definitely have no plans on stopping. One of the big things that I obviously talked to you guys about was, you know, just my issues with consistency, staying motivated, that kind of thing. I'm pretty surprised that I'm kept it up, you know, this consistently, especially even today, you know, picking up the camera and recording anything for that matter. It doesn't even have to be anything cool in particular, you know, just getting something out there, pushing some good quality stuff out there, just building the channel and whatnot. So we're currently sitting at production 70 subscribers, at least from what I checked previously. I don't know if we've grown by then. All my videos recently have been averaging over right around 200 views ish, right? We got that one video that's about to hit 2K, which is insane. I think I found it, chat. I think I've unlocked the method. I'm really glad with how everything's kind of turning out. I have no plans on stopping, even though life kind of throws curveballs at you, right? Because this week, unfortunately, I got placed on night shift at my job, so that's really unfortunate. Usually I'm on the morning shifts and I work, and then I come home, turn on the camera, because by that time it's a decent time, usually right around, you guys see me check my watch, it's around 6:30, 7 o'clock, right around there. You know, it's pretty cool. The day looks super awesome, everything's super busy, there's people out, like, it looks pretty cool. Currently it's about 1 p.m. ish, because I gotta start work soon, and that's kind of crazy. I was really bummed out when I got that schedule, because I just got finished working night shifts, so pretty much back-to-back night shifts, which sucked. But it's okay, boys, because we still move on. Got a lot of other stuff planned for these situations when I get put on night shift. I mean, what can you do, man? At the end of the day, we are still achieving the max ammos. We're still gaining those every 2 weeks, thankfully. Full-time job. Of course, putting money aside for a bike. Leads me into my next point, right? Let me finish this monster so I can get just absolutely jacked, and then I'll finish that next point. So, boys, that monster is absolutely delicious. Delicious. As I was saying, coming to our previous point, right? As we're setting money aside, right, for the bike, because that is a dream, right? That is the dream. Due to political tensions in Illinois, this e-bike, this bad boy, right, despite it being with me for so long, and by so long I mean literally just a couple months, but has been pretty much the resurrection of this channel, you know? This thing's looking at an end, man. I kind of knew that going in, especially because I was so close to buying a bike earlier in the year anyway, but unfortunately, this thing's gotta go. This thing has gotta go for a couple reasons, mainly two. Number one, if I get a bike, I don't really have a use for this anymore. I mean, I'd have a bike. I can do literally everything I can do on that thing, I mean on this thing, that I can do on that thing, right? Even better so, I don't have to worry about, you know, a 20-mile range. I could worry about a 200-mile range, but there's gas stations everywhere, and it takes like 3 seconds to fill up. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's gonna be more expensive, but it's a bike, though. We went over this in my previous video. Go check that out. We'll finish this one, and then check that out, right? I don't really have a use for this. You could argue, but you're buying a sport bike, right? And this is a dirt bike. Like, you could keep this and do all the fun stuff you do, kind of like the urban exploration, kind of take the trails and all that. Yes, I do agree, but but alright, boys, new day, the proper filter, sun's actually out, we got the tinted visor on. So I don't know if this is going to be a completely new video or if this is going to be a continuation. I think it's just going to be a continuation, if I'm being honest. Unfortunately, we had some unforeseen circumstances regarding pretty much the back half of this video you're currently watching, and that's with the ND filter. So yes, boys, as much as the camera quality has jumped up, and it does look pretty sick in my opinion, I'm still new to this whole ND filter thing, camera settings, color correction and whatnot. I tried my absolute best in DaVinci. Hopefully you guys seen this post. I tried my best to salvage as much of the video as I can, but I mean, dude, it's so cooked. It's so cooked. So unbelievably cooked. So it's currently 10:43 in the morning the next day. Again, getting ready right before work. We unfortunately missed Thursdays, aka yesterday's upload. So it should go up today, Friday. We're getting thrown obstacles left and right, thrown curveballs all over the place, but it's okay. We persevere, boys. So anyways, boys, like I was saying yesterday, right? Got some unfortunate news, right? So two main topics revolving around was one, I'm happy where the channel's headed, and I'm also excited to see where this channel will be going, I guess, in the near future, right? But yeah, regarding this bad boy, right? So I'm not too sure how far in I'm gonna cut, but I'm gonna just more or less sum up my points. I would love to keep this, right? But of course, right now the dream is the ZX4, right? Or just a bike in general, right? Whether it's the ZX4 or not doesn't really matter, but that is the goal right now, right? So the overarching theme, right? All the YouTube revenue and all that stuff is gonna get poured into the bike, which leaves a big question mark to this, at least in my situation, right? Most people just keep them, right? Most people just keep both bikes, whatever. But like I said, it's a mixture of really no longer seeing a use for this, and two, obviously they're gonna get banned, which of course I've mentioned previously. I don't know if I'm overblowing that, if I'm making it too much of a big deal when it actually isn't. That's where my head is at, right? Another thing that I don't think I mentioned was it's just garage space in general. Like, yeah, I do have the space, but I mean, we're pretty cramped. You know what I mean? In my previous videos, you guys seen the Tacoma parked in there, right? So that thing takes up a pretty good amount of space. And obviously a bike's gonna take up more of that space too, right? But I don't want to have to move two bikes in the event that I have to perform service on Tacoma, that kind of thing. But that's a really like minimal, very nominal issue. Like it's a pretty non-issue if I'm being completely honest. But the main thing is I don't know what the ban is gonna look like. I absolutely don't know what that's gonna look like, and I hope it's nothing. I hope we continue to just have this like cops don't really care as long as you're being cool about it, like the same way it is right now, because again, like I said, it is sort of a gray area whether these things are currently legal or not, and I'm like 99% sure that they're not legal entirely. I hope it continues that way and cops don't really care, you know? That'd be kind of cool, because again, they just have bigger fish to fry. They don't really have any use for coming after e-bikes for real, unless if you're just doing stupid stuff, right? Like if you're just popping wheelies. But yeah, who knows? It's obviously not final until first and foremost, we need the bike. I have absolutely not even a single inclination to sell this bike before I have like an actual bike parked in my garage. You know what I mean? I'm jumping ahead a little bit here because obviously I'm more of a we'll cross that bridge once we get there type thing, but that's where we're currently at. We're not going to worry about selling this thing until obviously I get the new bike, right? So it's not final until it's final. Of course, I do have a use for this even with a bike. Of course, like doing all the exploration and that kind of stuff, taking it on the trails. There's definitely a use for a dirt bike, and especially an e-bike, because it doesn't make noise or anything. So I would still have a use. It's just more so I'm probably not going to use it as much as I obviously would now, because there's so much more stuff I could do with the bike, right? Like I said, you know, more range, cooler stuff. It actually has an engine, it has a sound. And especially if I do get a ZX4, oh my god, that inline 4 is going to sound insane. So that's kind of where my head's at. But if there's an option for me to keep both, I'll probably keep both. But more than likely, knowing myself, I kind of struggle with accumulating things, and I don't want to just accumulate this. I just kind of have it sitting around for the off chance that I do need it. And then let's say they do push out a memo and they do start going after e-bikes, because they tend to do that out here. Cops really don't want to care. They really don't. They have bigger fish to fry, but their higher ups or, you know, the county, whatever, they'll start pushing memos and insisting that, you know, they go after these things because, I don't know, it makes the city look bad or, you know, whatever, which is lame. It's super lame. So I personally don't want to have to go through any of that, and that's why I'm so like I don't mind selling it, because if it is just gonna cause me trouble, like, I'm cool. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I have a real bike parked in the garage, so it's kind of silly to, you know, have it around and whatnot. I would have a real bike, right? I would have a real bike parked in my garage, and I wouldn't necessarily need this as much as I do now, right? Because even then, it's not like I use this thing for transportation or anything. I just do it to dick around. At this point, it's more just, you know, making content and just having fun being outside and whatnot, more than it is like I actually need this to get around, thankfully. But this thing would suck, if I'm being honest. If this was my commuter, this thing would suck horribly. Why did I go this way? So yeah, boys, we're looking at some pretty interesting changes coming up here on the future. But again, I don't think I'm most likely gonna buy a bike in the off season. So I'm not even counting on getting a bike anytime soon. Like not even within the next few months. Like possibly we're looking post, like probably in the new year, honestly. Like just before the new season starts and whatnot. Nothing sooner, if I'm being completely honest. Like I personally just don't think it's a viable thing. I just wouldn't have a use for it. We have a whopping like 2 months, if that, total of like usable like season time for bike riding. So like yeah, and plus most of the time on the new bike, right, on the big boy bike, would be spent time in parking lots doing slow speed maneuvers and that kind of stuff. Obviously we got a long way ahead of us. There's still a lot ahead of us that we have to worry about. Yo, I'm at 1 bar. Did I not charge this thing? What the heck? Well, like I said, take it day by day. We'll cross that bridge once we get there, but I just did want to have that out there, so just like home as a surprise. And maybe you guys could just let me know your thoughts. What should I do, right? What should I do? Let me know down in the comments. Well, it suck to let this thing go, but again, we're looking at ZX4 E-Man or E-Man. we gotta think about some corny names, like corny bike names, bro. I'm definitely not changing the channel name though. E-Man 2 Wavy is too tough. So yeah, boys, just to wrap up today's video, kind of a quick one, especially because we had that hiccup with the color correction whatnot. Yo, production, put up a screenshot of what y'all were looking at in editing, bro. Like it was just so cooked. I apologize, boys, for missing that deadline. I'm still getting used to this whole ND filter thing and whatnot, but the stuff is coming out really good. I'm very proud of the videos and the quality of the videos that are coming out. So expect it just to go up from here, filtering through these little hiccups that come up here and there. And of course, I'm human, so I mean, they're bound to happen. It's not going to be the first time, definitely not going to be the last time. So but yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support. I mean, without y'all, obviously this wouldn't be anywhere. I'm glad to have a small little audience that I built up, and I'm really glad with the growth that has, you know, happened, that has transpired over these pretty much this last month, honestly, all of July. I grew this channel, I pretty much doubled it. I'm glad I, you know, found my little mark in the community. So expect more. Expect to just go up from here once we get a real bike and whatnot. Production, you know, I fired the last production team, so they know I don't play around. So hopefully this production team locks in and, you know, gets it done. Bro, where is this literally? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, boys, unfortunate news about the e-bike, but it is what it is, bro. We gotta keep growing, because then eventually we're gonna grow out whatever. If I get an R3 or a ZX4, we're gonna have to hop into something bigger and better, you know what I mean? So life keeps going up, man. Always look ahead. That's my hot tip for the day. Always look ahead. Even when you get kicked down, it's all good, because as soon as you reach rock bottom, the only way is up. That's it. I'm not gonna get all preachy again, but hopefully you guys had a blessed day. Again, sorry about missing the upload yesterday. Stuff happens, boys. You guys know what to do. If you guys like what you see on this channel, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and if you guys like what you see, be sure to check out some of these videos up here that have been personally curated for you. And yeah, boys, that's been it for me, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.